perfection? Where does this need to be perfect really come from? What is it that we are actually chasing when we say we're a perfectionist, or we set the standard as perfection, but then really it leads to inaction and you freezing in that moment? Is it really perfection that is the problem? Because let's be real. Why would you shoot for anything else besides perfection? And let me explain that. Why would you go into something with the intention to miss a shot? If I'm going to go and I'm going to get 100 shots up, why would I go in with the intention of making 50 of them? Why wouldn't I shoot every single shot to make it, to swish it? So is perfection really the problem? I don't think so. I've found perfection isn't the problem here. It's not that I'm trying to operate at a level of excellence in moment-to-moment life. The problem is my nervous system is taxed, that when I begin to create something, or I'm taking action on something, or I'm in a new environment and I'm performing, let's say, my nervous system, my body, energetically, I get overwhelmed and I shut down and I freeze, and it leads to inaction. So excellence, perfection isn't truly the problem. It's your ability to show up embodied, energetically overflowing in abundance and peace and stillness in those moments. And from those moments, if you show up in that place, you can create massively. You can operate at a level of excellence, at a very, very high level. So don't stop shooting for the stars. Don't stop operating at a level of perfection where you're constantly evolving and learning and analyzing and growing, because that really isn't the problem. The problem is you do it to an extent that you shut down. And everyone has a different point where they shut down. If you want to continue to grow as a man in your career, in your relationships, it's not that you're going to keep playing the game smaller and smaller. It's that your ability to hold more and more grows and expands. That is really what is happening. That's why pain is so powerful, is because it strengthens you, it builds you to hold that space for greater and greater things, for more and more energy and abundance. So yes, when you start, it may not look like you want it to. It may not feel like you want it to. But continue to show up with intention. Continue to stack and grow and expand and expand and expand and expand, and keep striving and shooting for excellence, for more, for growth, for evolution. Not to get too comfortable where you're at, but continue to grow. And that comes from having that dog. Look at the greatest athletes. Look at the highest performers in the world. All of them have that dog in them. All of them have this level of perfection they strive for. And if they don't show up, they go and they go and they go and they keep showing up harder, 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 more and more and more. It keeps pushing them forward. We don't want to lose that. That is what separates you from the world. That's what gives you your edge. The more you can embrace that. Think about a guy like Tom Brady. What made him so special is nothing was good enough. Every single practice, he showed up like the championship was on the line. Every single rep was to the standard of perfection every single day. And that laid the foundation for those big moments, for those moments when the game's on the line in the Super Bowl. You show up. You can hold that space. You're there. That's who you are. That's how you operate. So don't let the world fool you that perfection is this bad thing, that you should lose your edge. You should lose the standard you operate in your life. The standard you operate and the standard you abide by is going to create your life. Is going to create the outcomes. Is going to create your lifestyle, your relationships, who you are as a man. So stop playing small. Don't allow this high standard to lead you to inaction. To grow this ability to hold that space that I'm talking about here, you need to be in the game. How else do you learn? How else do you build the reps? How else do you sharpen your sword? You need to sharpen your sword. That is the game we are playing. You can continue to sit on the sideline and you know what the result's going to be there, or you can get in the game. And if you're not satisfied with what you've brought forward in the game, the results that you are creating, the action you are taking, okay, good. Do more. Improve one thing. Make it 1% better. That's why, honestly, with these videos, I haven't posted every single day over the last week, is because there was this standard I was feeling of, I'm not bringing it enough in these videos. I'm really bringing it, but it's missing something. It's missing more intention at times. That when I do this, I need to be very clear on the words, on the value I'm providing, on my delivery. And my honest thought is, those days I did not make a video, I didn't get any better at making YouTube videos. I didn't get any better at delivering my message to you clearly. I was just in action, because really what was happening is I was striving for this greater level in my creation, in my YouTube videos. And as I kept striving for this higher and higher level, eventually my nervous system, my body got overwhelmed and I froze. I had this calling that, Devin, there is more potential awaiting you in these videos. You have more energy to put into them, clearly. And as this bar was presented to me more and more and it continued to rise, it hit a certain point where I shut down because my body energetically couldn't handle it. What can you actually do when that happens? For me, I'm just going to be honest. What I do is I breathe and I move my body. I put myself into a greater state than I was in before. I move those stored emotions in my body. I release them. I breathe. I set my state. Just like I do before every single video I make for you. Is I set my state. I move my body. I breathe. And then I go. I call in that energy. I call in that energy, that level up here. I allow that to exist within me already. Before I go and I try to create it, I allow myself to feel that confidence, to feel that energy, to feel that belief in the words I speak to you, in the values I live my life by, in the message God is delivering through me to you. I cultivate and I activate all that energy within myself. You won't be able to do this if you think small. If you think to the limitations of your past, of the story you've lived by, to your past. That's where you will continue to stay if that's what you attach onto and you can't think greater than that. So yes, keep thinking greater. Keep striving for excellence. Be dissatisfied. It's okay to be hungry, to be a little upset about where you're at, to strive for more. And now that doesn't mean you are discrediting where God has put you in your life right now. But you're also not discrediting the God-given abilities that have been placed within you. You're not ignoring that anymore. You're not saying, I need to play small to live a life of gratitude and appreciation to God. That it's okay to be a fucking savage. That it is okay to be a fucking savage. To be here and look in the mirror and say, you're at 50%. I want more. I want more. And I won't accept anything else. And do whatever it takes to make that your reality, to make that who you are, the energy you embody every single day. Be a fucking savage. God put these abilities within you. God gave you these gifts. Stop acting like it's okay to play this game so small. There's no honor in that. There's no honor in playing it small, in putting yourself in this illusion of a box. Let yourself go. Let it all out. Embrace the darkness. Embrace your ego. What is that vision you actually want? How do you actually want to show up? What do you actually want to do with your life? Embrace that. For me, I used to think that is selfish. That is coming from a place of lack. But is it really a place of lack if God placed that vision within you? If God gave you these skills, God gave you this clear vision of who you are meant to be, and you look and you ignore that because you think it's honorable to play it small, to keep everyone else comfortable, to not poke any buttons, hit the big red button in your life and blow everything up. You think that's honorable. What's actually honorable is living in alignment with who God created you to be. There is limitless potential. The potential of excellence, the potential of perfection exists. God is a prime example of that. Why wouldn't we shoot for anything else in life? Why wouldn't you? Why would you ever put yourself in a box with limitations? Never do that to yourself. Never do that to other people either. If you see someone on their path, never minimize that. Never try to pull them down. Never judge them. Allow them to walk their path boldly, freely. Support them. Love them. And the only way you can do that is by embodying that energy within yourself first in your day-to-day life. That's all I got for you. Walk your God-given path to the fullest. Fuck shit up if you have to. Whatever you have to do to make that your reality, to live in alignment with that, with your higher self, what would Jesus do? Whatever that takes, blow it up. Make it happen right here, right now. Excellence is the standard. Stop playing the game so small.